I'm Mike Whitaker, and I attend Brandenburg United Methodist Church, and I'm here tonight to tell you what happened to me last September. I got COVID, and I got real sick. My wife says that after about the third or fourth day, I can't remember nothing really after that she kept trying to tell me to go, let her take me to the hospital, but I wouldn't go. On about the seventh day, she come in there, and I was sitting up on the couch with my head laid back, and I was barely breathing and unresponsive to her. So she called the ambulance, and they took me to Hard Memorial. They hooked me up to the ventilator, and I was on life support. And I was hooked up full on it for a couple of weeks. Had called my wife and told her that they was going to have to cut a hole in my throat to put the trachea in because I wasn't responding to any of the treatments to help me get any better. You know, I just wasn't responding to anything. And they were going to do the surgery the next morning. And that evening, they called her back and said, you know, we've been having a little bit of luck with plasma that's got the antibodies from COVID from people that have had it before, giving it to people, you know, and it's been helping them. We'd like to give him a couple bags of that to see if that would help. And she told him she didn't care what they give me, just don't let me die. And the next morning, instead of doing the surgery, they called my wife and said, look, he showed a little bit of improvement, so we're not going to do the surgery yet. And then the next day, I improved a little more, and then the next day, I woke up. But this is how I woke up. I had been trying to pull the tubes evidently out of my throat, and they had tied me to the bed, my hands and my feet. And I heard this voice telling me to wake up and get up. And it was not just talking to me lightly like we are now, but it was hollering at me loudly to wake up, get up, 8, 10, 12 times. And I opened my eyes, and I'm laying on my left side, and this window's about this wide, the length of the room. And the sky's just as blue and clear as it can be. And I'm looking out of it, and I start to close my eyes again, and I hear it again. Wake up, get up. And I open my eyes again. And then this gentleman rolls me over onto my back. I haven't seen no one in the hospital at all. But he was dressed just like they were. Full gown, face shield, a mask. And he leaned over top of me, and he pulls his mask down. And he looked at me, and he said, I'm Juan. You're going to be fine. You got nothing to worry about. We got you. Don't be worried. You're good. Next thing I know, I woke up. I was in the ICU room, and half a dozen women scrambling around that room. Finally got showing me where I could breathe. My first question was to them, could somebody please tell me what was going on? Because I had no idea what had happened. I couldn't remember nothing. And they asked me, you you just don't remember? I said, no. So they called my wife. I couldn't even hold a phone. I was so weak. I shook so bad because my muscles had deteriorated. They ended up putting a tablet on a pole, and they FaceTimed her so she could tell me what had happened. And then after that, I asked them where Juan was so I could talk to them. And they said, well, describe him. So I did. And they looked at me and they said, there's no one that works here by that name or that description. I said, oh, yeah, that's who woke me. They said, no one works here by that name or that description. I said, I'm telling you, that's who woke me up. They said, no, it's two ladies that took you out of there off the machine. So they think I'm nuts. And I keep telling them, that's who woke me up. So evidently my guardian angel's name's Juan. Coming to the Man Up meetings and the Saturday morning men's groups that was held down at our church, and the Bible study classes that I started going to in the past several years has changed my life so much since I accepted God in my life. I want to just have the skills and the knowledge to tell everybody, hey man, I want you to experience what I have, because once you do, you're never going to want to live the way you did before. Your problems don't disappear, but they seem so much clearer path to take, you know.